Hi, welcome to another walk with Harvey. Now this one's a bit different. We're actually doing a trail walk. Well, the first stage of it anyway. We're doing the Lecale Way, so this is stage 1, which goes from the St Patrick's Centre in Downpatrick up to Audleys Castle, which is near Strangford. We had planned to do the whole thing over 2 or 3 days this summer, but because of the coronavirus, none of the B&Bs are open, so we've decided to do it stage by stage. I think in total there's probably 6 different stages, some of them shorter than others. You could do the whole thing in 3 or 4 days, but yeah, we're just going to do a stage at a time. So this one's about 16 kilometres, so I think that's about 10 or 11 miles. So yeah, and it's actually chucking it down at the minute, so we're just bracing ourselves for the start of this walk. But anyway, that's where we're heading. Speak to you in a bit. Bye. Okay, this is at the start of the walk now. So just at the St Patrick's Centre here in Downpatrick. So here's our first sign for the Lecale Way. And the first part of the walk just goes up this wee path towards the old jail and the cathedral, which is where St Patrick is buried. So we'll have a quick look at that before we get started properly. So Rosie's in using the facilities. So as soon as she comes out, we'll be ready to go. Well, here we are at St Patrick's grave. Had to come and see him before we started. But it's St Christopher is the one that helps you on your travels, isn't it? That's the one that people wear around the neck. Is it St Christopher? I seem to remember people wearing those wee necklaces when I was younger. But anyway, yeah, hopefully St Patrick will give us a good look on this first stage of the Lecale Way. Should we get going?
Yeah.
Right, let's get going, Harvey. Come on. Okay, just up the hill out of Downpatrick. So this is Gallows Hill that we're on. You can see the cathedral there in the distance. And Rosie actually used to live just down the road there. And she said she'd never been up this hill, even though she just lived around the corner.
It wasn't allowed. My dad
Wasn't
was
allowed.
too strict.
Too strict. Is this where all the naughty children hung out?
I wouldn't say naughty. I would just say normal teenagers.
Normal teenagers who drop tins of energy drinks. So why is it called Gallows Hill? I'm presuming this is where they hung people. What did that wee gate that we just went past? I don't know anything to do with that. Oh, this is the bit where it says you can go and get a view of the city. Do you want to go and have a quick look?
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, it is a good view of Downpatrick actually. Look, you can see the Asda, Rosie.
But before those houses were all built up, this would have been all
Fields. Anyway, enough reminiscing, we've got to go a walk to do. Okay, so once you've got up Gallows Hill, you go for a housing estate and then take a left onto the Nashina Road, which we've just come along here. And then we've finally found another way post for the Lecale Way. So yeah, we're just going across this road here, aiming for that path over the other side. Okay, onto Ballyseller Road. Rosie's got the right idea there. Roasting in this coat, but I can't be bothered taking it off yet. Right, we've been going down this country lane for a good long stretch there. And this is the first left turn we've got to. It's called Dillon Road, but I don't think this is the left that we're taking. I can't see any signs for the Lecale Way, so we're going to keep going this direction. I'll let you know if we made the right decision in a wee minute. Okay, so we got to the end of this country lane and I think we should have took that left that I referred to previously. Okay, so after our short detour we're back on track. So Dillon Road was the road we should have gone down. So why didn't they have one of these wee signposts at the other end of Dillon Road? So yeah, that'll be useful for you. We're getting lost so you don't have to. So Lecale Way is going left now onto Ballinaghouse Road. And Rosie's really pleased with that wee diversion. Right, just at the end of Ballinaghouse Road now, so you just have to cross this road here, and this brings us to our first bit of track that isn't tarmacked. So we're going the right way definitely now, there's the sign. So we just decided to have a quick break because we've got a fair bit of food to get through. So first on the menu today we have Ginster's vegan corn pasties. This is where Rosie's choice to wear short trousers might not have been the best one. A few nettles down this path. Now you may remember a few weeks back I bought a rain kilt, which I believe Rosie mocked my purchase of. And she's now wearing it to get through these nettles. See, I knew there was a reason to buy it. Yeah, on this bit of path we've encountered 2 or 3 particularly muddy bits already. So definitely one for walking boots. Right, we're through one of the patches of stingy nettles and boggy bits, and it looks like we've got another one up ahead. But just got to break in the trees here so we can see St Patrick's statue on top of the hill over there. So if you haven't seen my video from up there, I'll put a link up above. How are you getting on, Rosie?
I wish I had a more long-legged trousers. But it's grand, I've got your tilt. We're making it work.
Yeah. Now this bed is really muddy. If you're doing this, definitely wear your boots. Just have a look at this. Glad I wore the gaiters today. So where do you hear the latest now? This morning we left one of the cars near Strangford at Audleys Castle so we could get it at the end of the walk, and we drove the other car back to Downpatrick for the start of the walk. And guess where the keys are for the other car? Where are your keys, Rosie?
Handbag.
And the handbag is in my van, so yeah, don't know how we're getting home. Hello, Rosie. So we're just at the end of that long stretch of muddy bits and fields, and we're back onto road again. So no signs at this bit, so I thought I'd give you a bit of direction if you're doing this and you don't want to get lost. So I reckon we're at this bit here where it says Mern Road, and directly ahead of us we've got Patrick on the hill. So basically the map is suggesting that we take a right here to go towards Loch Bunny. So when you get to this junction here with this gate that says no shooting, Rosie won't be here when you're doing it, but I don't know, she might.
Could be a possibility.
So when you get to this junction, you're taking a right. These blackberries are very early. This is the start of August here. You usually expect them till the end of the month. They're really nice.
I don't think they're ready.
Yeah.
No, they're too tart.
Your tat.
You're a tart.
Right, we finally found another way marker. Now that bottom sign is pointing that direction, which is not the direction we came from. But there is two different routes along the same sort of, following the similar sort of path. There's the St. Patrick's Way as well as the Lecale Way, but there's not much of a difference between the two paths at the point we just took a diversion there. But we're on the right way still anyway, so let's keep following the path. Okay, this is us at the end of Loch Money now. Just have a quick look at it. I'm wondering if these are burial stones or something like that. Okay, so we're just at Reholp now. Now the plan is here, Rosie's going to go back and get the van from Downpatrick. Her legs are a bit sore here as well, so it was a good time to stop for Rosie. And her cousin's going to come and pick her up, and I'm going to carry on the last bit of the walk here. You okay, Rosie?
No, not really.
No, really.
I will be.
She will be. Yeah, I don't need to push her as much next time. Some of these walks are okay for me, but a bit long for Rosie at the minute, so I think some of these sections of this walk we might get Rosie as support driver. She likes the sound of that. Go for a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah.
And then pick me up at the other end.
That's
so we might do that on some of the other stages. Blimey, I think that caravan's been there a while. Now, I'm sure Rosie will be glad she didn't do this bit. This is even worse nettles than we had earlier on. Right, only option is to go through the field here. So just at the end of the field here, you've got this gap in the fence, which I'm thinking must be the way, because that gate is locked. I just walked up to that gate. So rather than lift Harvey over and climb over myself, we'll try this way. Right, just had to climb over another fence to get back into this field. Seriously now, this path is starting to annoy me. Right, back over the fence. Right, corner of the next field. Can't get out either. Right, I'm at the bottom of this field now, so I've come from that corner, went into the other field, couldn't get through, went to the corner of this field, couldn't get through. Now I've made my way down to here, and at least I can get into the next field, and I can hear the road. And that's where I need to be to get over to the next part of the walk. At last, we have a sign, but the sign is hidden underneath a massive overgrowth of nettles and weeds. Right, here goes. Harvey doesn't fancy this at all. This is getting more ridiculous the further this walk goes on. I've just had to make my way through that, lifting Harvey through next section. What joys await us here. This is getting so ridiculous, it's beyond a joke. You keep thinking this can't get any worse. This is mental. Out of the last nightmare section, and I think we should be plain sailing from now on, because I think it's road all the way. But this is another signpost that would probably confuse people because it's pointing down to the left there. That's a dead end, and according to the map that just brings you down to the shore, whereas if you were going the Lecale Way in the other direction, you would be going through that gate there. But anyway, let's finish this walk. This is even getting too much for Harvey. He was lying down there. She doesn't like him at all. So I thought I'd give him a wee lift. This last bit. Final stretch. Right, just at Audleys Castle now, so just a final time check. I'm using Rosie's Strava now because my phone is useless. 22.64 kilometres, I'll put that in miles down below. 5 hours 44 walking, but total time out was about 7 hours. Yes, good job Rosie didn't do that last bit. It was twice as overgrown as the bit I'd done with Rosie, so I had to lift Harvey through big chunks of it. And as we were getting towards the end of this walk, Harvey was completely done. He was just stopping to lie down, so I even had to lift him through the last bit towards Audleys Castle, so I'm wrecked as well now. But yeah, if you're going to do the Lecale Way, you're probably going to want to miss out huge sections that I did today. It was really impassable, as I'm sure you saw on the video. But anyway, hopefully you'll catch us on the second part of this walk, whenever that is. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.